Hey everyone, this is Jenny Garcia and this is another December daily process video for day 17, and there are quite a few pages during day 17. We made ornaments, we put up our Nintendo Christmas tree, we did a few other things, so there's gonna be a lot of photos. And first I wanted to use a paper where I could see a little bit of the details around the photo that I'm gonna put in here, which is the ornaments collage. And this paper is from Feed Your Craft, but now you can get it in, wait a minute, is it from Feed Your Craft? No, I think it's just from In a Creative Bubble, and you can find them on their digital shop. And I was trying to put the little ladies in the corner so you can see like a little sneak of them. And now I wanted to give this photo like kind of like a small matte, a little bit of color around the photo. We have a close-up of the craft bar and the final ornaments, and then in the middle I have pictures of my little one making her ornaments. And I love this paper. It's from Yay Today paper. It's super bright and cute, and I just wanted to show a little bit of that paper. And even though the paper's busy and the paper that I choose for matting the photo is quite busy, I wanted to add a little bit of washi tape to peek from underneath the photo. And I have my favorite washi tapes that I keep on my little rhino, but then I have a ring that is, I believe, a 3-inch ring where I can add other colors, and I do this a lot. And sometimes I hang the ring from my pegboard so it's accessible, but it's not on my desk. And this year, to make the ornaments, we took one of those snap ornaments that you can open, and we put some Polaroids inside and added other little trees, pom-poms, and then used ribbon on the outside. And I loved all of these 3 cards, but I think the one with the ornament is the one that fit the most for this spread, especially because we are talking about the ornaments. I also wanted to keep those tags. Those are from the ornaments, and I got them from Michael's. You can also get them from Amazon, but they are awesome to make this kind of ornament. And I think I saw, yes, this was an idea that I saw online. It wasn't exactly that. I just remember that they used a Polaroid inside of an ornament, and I was like, that's genius, because every year we make ornaments. So I gather a lot of my ideas for these ornaments from online. And if you haven't seen my videos, I've been printing my journaling in clear sticker paper, and instead of putting it on top of the card, I'm gonna add it to a label and then glue it on top of the card. These spreads are awesome. Jen from Chappy Plants sent them to me. We made like a little swap for 2022, and it was a lot of fun because my Michaels never has any of that cool stuff. So I was able to get it, and I'm gonna use those stickers, the pink ones from Citrus Twist Kits, to write my title. And I always like, whenever I use little tags like the ornaments one from Michaels, I like to use the brad or washi tape. That way I can flip and look at the back. I love it when they have the price, because if you have seen something from the 80s that it's like 30 cents and you're like, wow, times have changed, and the way things are going, probably in the future your kids are going to be thinking the same thing. And I love those puffy stickers from Citrus Twist kits. I have them in a few colors. They are so perfect. They're the perfect amount of sticky, and they are puffy and not that kind of foam that it crushes. It's really cute. And in this sheet, I have added all my leftover Feed Your Craft stickers, and I've been trying to use them because there's nothing more satisfying. Well, there are things more satisfying than finishing a sticker sheet, but in this, world of December Daily, that's up there, finishing a sticker sheet. And I actually finished other two and put a few of the rest, the leftover stickers on that sheet. I like to do that often. It saves me like time looking for stuff, and it saves space, like I did with those Studio Calico stickers that I have under my hand over there. And those are from the Holly Jolly kit, which was the holiday kit for Studio Calico in 2023. I was going to say 2013. Goodness. And on top, I'm going to put day 17. I always like to add a little marker to each photo because, again, I have not to each photo, sorry, to each spread, because especially in the case of this day, I have many photos, many spreads for this day. And I love these super tiny cute stickers from Pipsticks. I'm gonna have these around. They're perfect to document that day. I also use this die cut. It's from Cat Martin, and the colors are so perfect. It's a little ornament, one of those vintage ornaments, but I also wanted to add something like a little bit of thread to hang from this cute ornament. And I was struggling with it way too much. So my camera turned off, but I eventually figured it out and just kept it super simple. And this is how you can swivel. I try not to cover too much from that page. On the other side, I have a page protector, and I have a close-up of the ornament that I made before that day. I also have these vintage ornament stickers from Pipsticks. This is another favorite thing to do with my mini Fitzgerald's guillotine, and it's to cut a little bit extra of that journaling. These labels are a little bit bigger, and I have to cut a few more. Those are from Citrus Twist kits. I have quite a few digital die cuts from Citrus Twist kits and Studio Calico that have labels, and I need bigger labels. I use all of mine in this album. If I have like a very few left, it's a miracle. And these ornaments match the ornaments in the corner of that card. I also have the November kit that is very holiday winter-ish, and I used one of the stars to mark that the ornaments were handmade. The awesome thing about this ornament too is that it's very easy to make. So if you have kids, if you want to give someone an ornament like that as a gift, that would be really cute too. And here are my Pretty Little Studio little word stickers. I have so many. That is like, if I could only purchase one thing from each collection, it would be the little word stickers. And that card about the ornaments, it's also from In a Creative Bubble. And it's one card that you can use each year, especially if you're the kind of person that buys a new ornament each year. If someone gifts you an ornament, You can fill out the card and give it to someone with the ornament if you decide to give them an ornament. And my plan was to cut the top and bottom of this photo. It's a collage that was way too wide to be put in a 4x6 paper. It isn't a 4x6 paper, but if I would have made it that size, it would have cut the corners. So I just decided to leave it like that. I also planned to put washi tape, but I thought it would be fine if I just added the journaling. And I have these Pipstick stickers that are about, you know, experiments, and it has speakers and all that. And this year we had an advent calendar that was with science and it had experiments. It's from National Geographic and it's amazing. It's the best one we've had yet. And one of the days we did a few things that were fizzing and popping, and I thought that these stickers were perfect for it. And I just did a little bit of layering with washi and little word stickers and those cute golden asterisk. And I wanted to add that Studio Calico frame to that photo. I thought the colors went together really well, and it didn't need something. I like to add a bunch of things to my layouts. And they have like a little protective film, and those are from the Wonder collection. It's actually a traveling line, but the colors and the frames and the patterns are perfect for anytime you want to use them. And I just added a little bit of adhesive to it. And I was really trying to use a lot of those stickers, and I actually used quite a few, so not bad. I'm gonna keep that that side down with a stapler. And I love that photo because you can see perfectly the ornament. And here is this side. In the other side, I think we're gonna talk about more experiments, and my kid goes to the library to read Therapy Dogs, and that's what she was doing that day. And those cards are from Studio Calico. They're from an older collection. The last kid was Holly Jolly. I think this one was Very Merry, or it had something to do with Mary, or Be Merry. I also was looking through the December kit, which I thought was perfect to use in December daily, and it was one of the items that I use at the end often. And it had a lot of prompts, you know, for staying in and staying warm, and spaces to add journaling. And I decided to use that card to add a photo on top. I just needed sort of a mat. And this is from an even older collection. I don't think it's available anymore. I think it was Let's Stay In. And I was saying the other day that if there were 3 kits that I always wanted to get, they were the February kit, December, and the school related one. I was trying to find a way to add my journaling, and I wasn't feeling great about adding it sideways, especially because there's like lettering underneath, and I felt that it was going like two different directions. It's something very small to worry about, but my brain loves to do that. And the reason I chose the cards with the books is because I was talking about my kid reading to therapy dogs. And I was fine with covering a few with the labels, but because if I put the journaling by itself on top, I felt that it was going to get lost in the patterns of the books. And this card is busy. Did I need more things? No. Would I add them? Absolutely. That's what I do. I turn what could have been a 10-minute layout into a 2-hour ordeal. And I love these hearts from Holly Jolly. They also done them for other for some of the other documentary kits, and I love them each time. If we can get like 2 of those per year, I'd be happy with that. And of course, I'm looking for more little word stickers. It seems like a crime not to use them to me, apparently. And I love how that little bit of stapling like kept it in place, but also gave it like a little extra detail. And since I have a picture of my mug to the right, I decided to add a bunch of little mugs to this card too. And Jen also sent me these, and they're so cute. I'm a fan. Almost every year, I'm going to try not to do it next year to avoid being so to avoid getting more crap. But almost every year I get a holiday mug. And this card already has a bunch of things, so I'm going to leave it alone and put this little sticker in this photo. And I've done this a lot. I take a photo of my mug in front of my Christmas tree. It just makes it extra festive. I have one little mug from the Paige Evans sticker sheet. And I don't know why I wanted to add more things to that card. Now we're gonna work on the other side. I'm gonna trim the edges a little bit so it's a little bit smaller than the 6x4 card. And I'm gonna end up changing the label. I just couldn't get over the sideways thing. And as you can see, I have a bunch. Those in that organizer were the ones from Citrus Twist Kits. And these sticker ones, I actually got new ones. If you haven't seen my last Studio Calico haul, I did get a bunch of these 3x8 labels because I've used so many in my December daily that the reds and the greens were gone, and these pink ones too. And I love these pink ones, and luckily enough they have them for like $1. And I was like, part of me was like, you don't need any more, and the other part of me was like, you're gonna do December daily soon and you're gonna need them, so might as well. And those labels are always also good. You know, I can stamp my dates for Project Live there. I can layer them with stickers. I can add stamping in those, so I don't mind getting extra. So I'm going back to my quirky beaks because I don't know what's the name of that sticker sheet. I don't know if they still have them, but they were just so perfect for this. in that experiment, because sometimes during the weekend we would catch up in experiments, and that one was just using hydrophobic sand, and it's a lot of fun. And I just wanted to add one more layer. I didn't really have to add that label, but I love the busyness of it, and I do like very layered items, so it worked for me. And I wanted to add even more of those. It's a hard one to use, so might as well. We do have a lot of leftovers from that kit, so we eventually will use it again. And we do have an experiments book, and I have a bunch of photos of my kid working with that book, so we might use them again. But I've trying to use things instead of hoard them, because eventually I would, like, sometimes I would forget to use them, and I'm like, oh, I hoarded this specific product to use for this specific spread, and then I forgot to use it. It has happened. It's like when you put away something really well so you don't lose it, and then you can find it. That's like the equivalent in the scrapbooking world. And I love these girls with the big sweaters. They're so cute. I think that was one of my favorite sheets from that month. Of course, I had to add a little hand with the mug. I love those too. Those are so cute. And I don't know why my camera wasn't focusing really well in the close-ups, so sorry about that. My camera was just like, leave me alone, you don't let me breathe. So now we're gonna work on the same day, day 17, but we're gonna document putting up the Nintendo Christmas tree. We have quite a few Christmas trees. We have a Harry Potter one, a Nintendo one, and one for handmade ornaments. And then I have a little one that is just like a, well, we actually have a small one and then a super tiny one. But those are just lights and balls. It's not a big deal. The others at a bigger deal, especially the Nintendo ones, because my kids are really big gamers, and if you see the photo of Layla with all of those items on the floor, those are all made by us. Especially my oldest. My oldest is not crafty, but they're so good with perler beads, and so we make them a lot. And here I love these alphas. They're so perfect, but I just want it red, so I use the Tombow Mono Twin permanent giant marker. It's not called the giant one. It's chisel and I think it's chiseled and bold. But they're like the Mono Twin permanent markers, but bigger, and they make my life happy because they've been in the Tombow Japan not calendar, catalog for a long time, and I'm always like, can you guys get these? Can you guys sell these? Why are you gonna bring them? And I stop, and they miss me nagging, and they got it, and I'm so excited. They are so awesome, and I know it's a marker. I shouldn't be that excited, but I love it. And as you can see, I did that with this sheet quite a few times later. It took the color really well, but pink from, to go from pink to red is not that difficult. Just make sure that it's a color that it's going to either blend well with pink, so avoid green, because then you'll create brown, and that is just basic color theory. If you want to color them with black, then that's perfect too. If you want to use blue, they might turn a little bit purple, so just be aware of that. And here I didn't layer my journaling. I wanted to use that sticker, which is from Lala Shiba, and they are a shop in the Silhouette Design Studio. That's my favorite shop. Every time they have a sale, because I do have their subscription, I paid $5 and then I get $10 in credits, and I wait until they have sales. But hopefully my credits don't expire. They expire like in 2 or 3 months, so you have to be mindful of that. But I absolutely love Lala Shiba. I would buy everything in her shop. But I also tried to be practical about it. Like, I didn't get the ones for Valentine's Day because I don't document Valentine's that much, but I was so tempted. And I still might. Who knows? And this day I was so clumsy. I don't know what was up with me. I knocked down my sequin mixes quite a few times. These are made by me. If you want inspiration on how to make these, I have a few videos. I have 2 for the holidays and 1 for Halloween. And when I was doing my DIY videos, I would make a little sequin mix, but I still have a few leftovers, so I've been trying to not make so many. But I love making sequin mixes, and I have a bunch of sequins, so it's pretty easy for me. Always buy white and clear, and then things will be a little bit easier. You can get sequins everywhere. You can buy them at Michael's. Joann's has the really big ones. You can order them online. And I also had some candy canes, like resin candy canes, and I think I got those from AliExpress. The polymer shapes and the candies. I just tried to add one to each little pocket. And if you never used the fuse tool, if you have one, if you never used it, if you have it, you should use it. It's amazing. A tip that I want to give you is let it get really hot. Wait at least like 10 minutes. That way you don't have to go over it. That way your pocket is not going to fall apart later. Let it warm really well. I like to use a cardboard underneath my fuse. That way I can really dig the little teeth of my fuse into that cardboard and really seal it. I know that there's a glass mat for the fuse. I haven't used it, so I don't know which one is better. I just know that this works for me, and it works so well that I have no interest in buying the glass mat. And I wanted to make that photo 4x6 because I wanted to show all of these perler bead items, and each year we make a few, and I try to take pictures of those that we make. Like last year we made Pokemon ball snowflakes, and those turned out so flipping cool. I was so excited. And of course I have to use the sticker that says Deck the Halls with the yellow tree from Paige Evans, since it's a kind of not really that unusual, but it's an unusual, not your average red and green Christmas tree. I think the yellow goes perfect with it. On the back I have a close-up from the ornaments, and I do add plushies from my kids, especially my youngest. And she has a Minecraft pig that she got for Christmas the year before, and I thought that it was so perfect for the tree. Like I didn't even, when I said, well, bring me the plushies that you want me to put on the tree, she brought that one, and I was like, oh, I forgot about this pig. It's so perfect for this Christmas tree. And what I love about this tree is that it gets so quirky. I get to add so many fun items, and it's really their tree. And this is my journaling. I mentioned in the journaling. So at the end of Christmas that year, three of us had COVID, and my oldest sprayed Lysol. She was the last survivor. She like killed them single-handedly with with Lysol, and she poured Lysol on the Christmas tree. And I did that Instagram hack, TikTok, whatever, where you put a bunch of ornaments in clusters, and they look so pretty. They look adorable. The problem was that with the Lysol, the paint ran and the red got all over the other ornaments and the tree and the little garland. I use loopy yarn as garland because that was another thing that I saw online that I really like how it looked. So yeah. But it's a funny story. My kid, like, poor thing, she felt so bad because I couldn't stop laughing. But I just thought that it was so funny, and she thought that I was making fun of her. I was like, no, I just think that it's really funny that you really did put Lysol everywhere. But hey, it worked. She had like a mild cold, and I was paranoid about her. And then my little one was the one who got it. Yep. And on the other side, I had one of the Paige Evans papers that said the numbers, and that one said 17, so on this side I had to make my own. And I love how this one turned out. I really enjoy the number aspect of it. I don't know what it is. It's the same with Project Life. I love a weekly card, and I love, doing it in many different ways. And it doesn't matter if my base is a photo or a card and it has a bunch of stamping or big numbers. I absolutely love it. It makes me so really happy. And this is going to be my little title card for that spread specifically. And on the other side, I have a bunch of photos because, again, so many photos of things happening, and my little one was dancing too. She was excited about the tree, and I took pictures of the cluster. And I'm glad that I added that story next to these photos because you could see, like, oh, they are all together. I can see why it fell on a few of the items. And I'm going to use these to frame a few of the photos. And when I got my kit, I wasn't that excited about this sheet. I think it's gorgeous, but I was like, it's maybe too serious for me to use. Such a grown-up thing, flowers. No, but I didn't think that I was going to use it as much. Especially, I didn't think that I was going to add like 6 of them in one spread. And I always take a picture of my kids with the trees. They get bigger and they want to do it a little less, but this time my little one took a photo with her dad, and you can see the whole tree. My, what do you call that star? The 8-bit star. It's kind of damaged. The lights won't fit, so I just have to like jam the lights of the tree in there, and hopefully it will have a little light. But yeah, it was too bad. I mean, it lasted like 3 years, but still. And I don't have enough paper to put the whole like sheet behind that photo, but since the photo is just as tall as the one behind it, I just need a little bit of paper on the sides. And I love this paper from Paige Evans, and the fact that it has a bunch of little trees is perfect because it's a bunch of quirky, colorful trees, which is very much what this tree is. And then we have a Mario at the bottom, and of course we're gonna have Mario at the bottom in this tree. Mario Kart, it's if we ever stop talking to each other, I'm blaming Mario. We've been close a few times. I think anyone that has played Mario Kart, or mostly Mario Party or Monopoly, can attest to that. And I wanted to make the sides a little bit more even, and it's too big for my little guillotine. And every time I have to use something bigger than my tiny guillotine, I'm slightly annoyed. I know there's one that is between the 12 by 12 one and the 6 by 4 one. I think it's from Tonic, and I almost want to get it, but I'm like, you don't need yet another tool. It's too much. Just pull the big one out. And I specifically cut the papers so they would frame the photo instead of just being halfway there. And I've had these in my stash for a while. These are from crate paper from, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's from Snow and Coco. And I've been wanting to use them for a while, so I'm going to use the Holiday Love and Twinkle. And that organizer on the left is so awesome. I got it from Dollar Tree, and I love it to like divide my die cuts, that way I don't have to keep opening and closing little packaging. I hate packaging. I find it so annoying. Necessary, but annoying. And I think that's another reason why I always like to put all my stickers into one sheet. Less sheets, less packaging. I'm trying to put the stickers in a way that they won't cover anyone's head or the star. Now the Tombow Mono Air is clear, but depending on whatever acetate thing you're gluing, you may see like a little bit on the back. So I like to use it, but sometimes I have to be careful. And I was trying to move the eye away from Mario so I could put the little dot there. And I almost put the L on my kid's head, and I was like, it's too close. And that's kind of simple for me, but it's still very colorful. And I'm going to use the Citrus Twist Kids tags to add the photo of the tree. I always like to put a whole picture of the tree, especially because there are always things that change. And this year I had like that new loopy yarn, and the cluster of the ornaments was new, and I had the piggy. Can't forget about the piggy. And I wanted to put something at the bottom. Then I decided that I wanted pompoms, which is when I finally accepted the fate of using more than one album, because there was no way things were gonna fit in one, even without the sequin mixes, the pom-poms, the extra ribbon. There were too many photos. And this is the first year, and hopefully the last, because where I have 2 albums for 1 year. And I love those little flowers that were sent to me by Michelle, who was my swap partner in the December Daily inspiration group. Not the Ali Edwards ones. I think it's It's not called Everything Goes. It's a December daily group, but it's not the Ali Edwards group. And I used the Mono Aqua liquid glue to keep that side from fraying, because if you want to add pom-pom, I recommend that you use the Tombow Mono Multi Liquid Glue, which is the white and green one. And I wanted to add the number, but I didn't want to cover anything in the tree. And this is my awesome organizer from We Are Memory Keepers. Now it's called We Are Makers, but yeah, it's the Bloom organizer. There's a mini one, and then there's this one which is the regular size. And you just spin it at the top and it opens and closes. I'm looking at a place where I can add little numbers, but I'm still figuring it out. And I'm looking through all the die cut packs from Studio Calico, the little labels from Freckle Fawn, and I'm gonna end up using this die cut that is very simple from Studio Calico with the numbers which Michelle also sent me. I've been wanting to get those for a while, but I never want to buy enough things from Ali Edwards to like justify shipping. So I had them in my cart for like a million years, but never got them because that was like the only thing. And with that little banner, they work out perfect, and with the flowers too. And I removed the foam dot in the back because even though like I'm okay with adding like a little extra weight to it, it was a little more than I wanted to because the flower already it's raised, so I just wanted to keep it as flat as I could. And it was a good way to use only 3 photo corners because for some reason I only have 3. And I'm going to add some ribbon at the top. And I love this one. It came in a Citrus Twist kit, but it has like adhesive on the back, so it's not, it's kind of like stiff. And this is, I don't know if this was from a swap or from Citrus Twist Kids December kit. I'm not sure. And I almost consider the pom-poms, and then I'm like, yeah, you can shove a pom-pom through that little space there. So I'm just gonna triple it down a little bit so I can add kind of like a chunky piece, but not really. And I'm just gonna tie it like normal. And that pink kind of brings a little bit of that Kirby and the Minecraft piggy, makes it pop. Now this photo is very thin, so I'm gonna need something to fill out the sides, and I'm gonna use washi tape. And the washi tape that I'm going to use is from Pipsticks, like these alpha stickers. I think they are from the January kit, and they were just perfect for that 8-bit look. And I love that washi too. I think it's from a holiday pack that has one with flowers and no, the other one is sprinkles and the other one is asterisks. I just wanted enough to cover the spaces on the sides, but then I decided to put a little bit on the bottom too. And that pattern is a little bit retro, even though it's from a holiday pack, it still looks a little bit retro. And then I use that freckle fawn sticker that says decorating the tree. Here I messed up like the slightest because I kept trying to like make it perfect, and then I cut a little bit too much, but it's fine, you can barely see it. And I'm gonna use the alpha stickers to write Nintendo tree. And this little ruler is from, it comes with the Tombow Fudanosuke when you buy the single pen. It's not really for this, it's actually for Japanese kanji, but it works for this too, and it's very thin that you can add it to your planner if you want to have it in there. And these are items from the January kit, and I have, I usually open my Pipstick subscriptions on camera, so you can find them on my channel. And the strip on the side with the holes, that is from Citrus Twist Kits. And here are all the pages, because yes, we did have a lot. So I have a little flip through, and at the end I have close-ups if in case you want to take a screenshot. I have to add them to my Instagram. I've been awful about Instagram lately. It's just, if I see one more sponsored ad for a company that I never even look at. One thing that you didn't see in the video is that I added a number to that card. So I think that's 4 to 5 spreads. It's a lot. It's way too many. So here it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye.